Hey y'all! So I know it's kind of like been a while since I've filmed a video because the last one you saw I had pre-filmed, and I'm really liking this setup, so this may be how I do it from now on. And I've been sick lately, so if my voice sounds funny or if I start coughing, don't be too alarmed. I'm taking medicine, I'm getting better. Hold on one second, let me do something. Okay, I need to check facts, but if you can't tell from the title, this is my recruitment experience video. I did just go through recruitment, or as some people call it, rush, at Furman, and it was a great experience. But if Greek life isn't something you're interested in, or if you don't want to hear about my experience, or if you're going to be negative about it, then just go ahead and X out, and you probably didn't click on it to begin with. But I know some people have asked about it, and I have been really vague just because that's the best way to be going through it. So now I'm just kind of like gonna spill the beans about it, and trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, and I didn't write down any of the things I'm gonna say, so if it's kind of rambly or if I repeat myself a lot, that's why. I have these little slips which we got. I should have grabbed these before, because now that's gonna shake. For recruitment, but the first day is called open house, and basically what they told us to do is they gave us a t-shirt, which I have some of the stuff next to me so that I could show y'all. So our shirts this year were really cute. They just say Panhellenic Recruitment 2014 Furman University. Sadly they are not comfort colors, but that's okay, I've managed. And the theme was, sorry, it's in a drawer folded up. Nothing could be finer than a Greek in Carolina. So this is what those look like. Super cute, have everyone's symbols on them and the letters. We have 6 sororities here at Furman. So we had a total on the first day of 6 parties to go to, and the bad thing about not having houses on our campus is that we had to run from party to party, and we had 15 minutes between, which was cutting it close when you went from one side of campus all the way to the other, like farthest away one. So that was a little stressful, and I was very nervous throughout the entirety of it. But once we finally got going into our round, it was really fun. It's just kind of like making new friends. Yes, at Furman it is a lot less like tense and high-key, only because we are a smaller school with only 6 sororities, but it was fun. You got to meet a lot of people, you talked a lot, you say the same thing a lot too. And then on the first round we just had water, which I promise you, like, drink the water, you're dead by the end of the day. Thank goodness I had done all my homework starting the day before, finished all of it, because I did not want to come back to the room and do homework. That was the last thing I was going to do. So that night we cut it down to 5. So the next day we would be going back to 5. So let me find that slip. You're supposed to cut the one like you didn't have as much fun about, and like the best thing to do during, or at least that I was told, is to avoid the stereotypes, because there are going to be stereotypes, especially when you're doing second semester recruitment. You're going to learn a lot about the different sororities and the girls that are in it, just based on like what you see and what you hear. But try to forget about the stereotypes when you're going through it, because it'll make your experience a little less biased, which you are told to keep an open mind the whole time. I know it's unlikely to not have a favorite, because I definitely was in that same boat, and keeping my options open was really difficult. And another thing you will continuously hear, but is actually true, and like I got mad at my friend for telling me this, because I was like, I'm tired of hearing this, is because everyone tells you you end up where you're supposed to be, and it looks to be true at this point, that statement has like a lot of truth underneath it, and it is frustrating hearing it, but like just try to go with it during the time. So the next morning, open house, we started at like 8. I don't know what time. I got rid of that calendar. I was done with that. But the next day I went back to, well, the 6 sororities are KD, API, Tri Delt, Kappa, DG, and Chi. So those are our 6. And on the first day I cut 1, so I went back to 5, and they want you to go back to the maximum number, which is great because they really do want everyone to get a bid. So like if you cut one but someone else cut you and the one you cut didn't cut you, like you're going back to that one, which happened to some people I know, but I didn't end up getting cut throughout the entirety of the process, or if I did, I had cut that same sorority at the same time, so it worked out really nicely in my favor, and I know I was very fortunate to have that occur. And it's kind of unlikely, especially when you're at such a big school, as like so many people go. Tons of my friends went to Alabama and Auburn, and it's a completely different experience. But this is just my views, like I've said. So I was very fortunate to not get cut throughout the entirety of the process, meaning I got to go back to the ones I really liked each time. And so as you go through it, it gets more and more formal. The next day was, what did they call it? It was either, it was philanthropy, so that was fun. You learned about the different philanthropies because those are really important for the different sororities. I'm actually going today to work with one of our philanthropies, and I'm really excited because it's with children and it's at a little school, so it's going to be perfect. And so that day I wore just like a blouse and a vest, and you just have to stay really comfortable throughout it. The next round we went to was sisterhood round, and I wore a dress and, I don't know if y'all can see it, my tortoiseshell necklace. So I'm trying to think. Sisterhood round was where they did skits, and honestly sit back and like just enjoy those because they're hysterical and so fun. And all throughout this you're kind of like keeping tabs. I know I journaled throughout the experience. They gave us journals to journal in, but I just sorry, there goes my voice. Journaled in my journal here because I really wanted to like remember my experience, and if I was struggling in the last round to choose between two, have something to look back on so I can see my experiences from each day. So that's what I did, and fortunately I definitely had a top all along, and I did end up in my top choice because I didn't get cut, and I'm very thankful for that. So then you have pref T, which I wore a cocktail dress and wedges. And that's like really serious. You do some different things in there. You'll, like, if you're going through rush, you'll hear more about this round, so I like don't want to bore y'all with that. And then came bid day, which was so exciting, although we had to wait until I got my bid, or you could start getting your bids at 1. So honestly that morning was just like twiddling your thumbs, like sweating because you're so nervous. And fortunately Fairman does call people if they have gotten dropped so that you don't end up like walking to go get your bid and then being told there in public, and that's just awkward. So I got to go get my bid at 2:10, and I like told my mom that, and she's like, why do you have to wait so late? And I finally was like, this is my experience, not yours, like don't stress me out. But I thought that was funny that she was that into it as well. And so I went in, and my roommate actually opened her bid right before me, and she went tried out, which was actually my second choice, so I'm super excited. They have a great pledge class. She's gonna love it. And then I went in to open my bid, and you're just given an envelope, and our pie guys like stood there with us. It's different at every school again. Fortunately we did ours one-on-one, and so they gave me my envelope, and I could not get the bid out of it to save my life. So finally like I just like tugged it, and I actually framed mine, and I went KD, which is Kappa Delta. So that's really exciting, and this is just the Kappa Delta Lily fabric frame. So until I get pictures printed, that's where I put mine, because it was really exciting. So then we were walked up to the rooms that we were in because we don't have houses, and you're just like, so many people are hugging you, and it's so exciting because you walk into a room and you like kind of see who else is going to be a KD or whatever sorority with you. And then we were given shirts. So this was ours. Ours just says KD Furman University bid day 2014 right there with a pocket, and it's comfort colors, which I love comfort colors. And then our theme was like let it be KD, or like I think that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, I couldn't remember because there were so many signs in the room. So this is what our shirt looks like. Green is one of KD's colors. So it's just Kappa Delta 2014, bid day, let it be KD. So that was really exciting, and we just put those on. And then we have like a ceremony that we go to, so that was cool. And that's when the girls finally see who's actually in the sorority, so you're like attacked by the older girls, and you get so many hugs, and it's just awesome. And then we also got like a bid day bag along with our shirts. So this is what our bag looks like, and you can't see, but my bulletin board over there has a bunch of stickers I was given. But this is our bag. It's like folded up now because it's been underneath my bed. So this is what we got, and it also had another t-shirt in there from the philanthropy event that they did in the spring that it is spring, in the fall, and I actually went to that, so it was fun to finally get the shirt. And then it also had this like binder full of facts that we're gonna have to know because we get quizzed before initiation. But the binder's like really cute, so props to them for giving us that. And because I'm just kind of like going over my experience, or like all I've been through right now, I'm just gonna keep going. This past weekend I went on my pledge retreat. So the girls in my pledge class, along with some of the older girls, not that many of them though, probably like 8. We went to a camp that's like 30 minutes away from Furman, Camp Greystone, and we just hung out all weekend, and it was so fun. And we made like these, I guess they're affirmations, I'll call them affirmations, and we wrote notes to everyone in our pledge class. So this was my bag, and people put notes in it, and it was just so fun to like go through and hear what people had to say about you, even though like they don't know you, they're already excited to get to know you, and that was really fun. And I love keeping this sort of thing because if you're ever having a bad day, like going through these can just completely turn it around. So I'm keeping this, and this has been on my desk. But oh, and the flowers in the background, like no, I don't buy flowers to keep in here. My parents sent my roommate and I flower arrangements, and the rose is actually the white rose is our flower, so I thought it was funny that they did their research for that. And then the last night of our retreat, we were given little prizes filled with candy and just a little note from a sophomore, and they're called our Pearl Pal because we don't get our bigs until much later. I'm kind of jealous because my roommate's going through Big Little Week right now, and her side of the room is just crazy, but it's so fun. So we'll end up with 3 of those over the period of like, I guess, 3 weeks, because we don't find out our bigs until much later, and that's when we do that's how we do ours. And then we have our first function on the 21st of February, and it's called Crush, and so I have to ask a boy, and I don't have guy friends, so that's going to be really awkward. Just keep your fingers crossed for me, because I honestly have no idea who I'm going to ask, and it's going to be awkward no matter what. And then actually today, my best friend, who is a KD at Ole Miss, sent me a little care package because that's what she was giving me for my birthday and Christmas, but she didn't know what sorority I was going to be in. And so I love that now, like my best friend is my sister, as corny as it sounds. So she sent me this really cute Comfort Colors pocket tee that says Katie Furman, and it's in pink, like a hot pink, and it's on a white seersucker pocket. And I can't wait to wear that, and I think it's just kind of special that she personalized it with my school as well. And then, sorry that just messed up, but I'll finish up the video. But like I said, I love that t-shirt. And then she also sent me this green pullover, which I'm freaking out about. And green is like one of our colors, olive green is, learning lots. And it just says Katie Furman. And then on the back, it has my monogram in a circle. And it's absolutely perfect. And it's so cozy and big that I can wear it with leggings, and just love it. And I'm just really excited about having gone through the experience, and I know it was really positive for me, and I know some people don't have as positive of an experience, but I hope like no matter what, y'all would want to go through it because it is so awesome, and I can't wait to share the experience with y'all because y'all have been asking about it. But until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye.